are you so happy about? You're on trial for murder.
Get up.
What?
You're fired. I have new representation.
Who?
Excuse you, you're in my way.
She's a law student. She can't defend you.
Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court rule.
See?
Counselors, approach the bench.
You're not going up there.
Yes, I am.
I don't think you heard me. You're fired. She's my lawyer.
Counselors now, all of you.
L. Woods, Your Honor. Rule 303 of Supreme Judicial Court states that a law student may appear on behalf of a defendant in criminal proceedings. I have no problem with this. I do. I'm not allowing it. But you agreed last night, in your office, when we were discussing my career.
The ruling also states that you need a licensed attorney to supervise you, Mr. Donovan.
That I won't agree to.
I'm supervising, Your Honor.
Well then, Ms. Woods, proceed.
Go, L!
Enjoy prison.
Mrs. Wyndham, you do realize what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Don't mess with the Delta game. Kick some butt.
Ms. Woods, call your first witness.
I'd like to recall Chutney Wyndham as a defense witness.
Ms. Woods, begin your questioning.
First, Your Honor, I'd like to point out there is no proof in this case, but there's a complete lack of mens rea, which by definition tells us there is no crime without a vicious will.
I'm aware of the meaning of mens rea. What I am unaware of is why you are giving me a vocabulary lesson instead of questioning your witness.
Okay, Miss Wyndham, when you arrived back at the house, was your father there?
Not that I saw, but like I said, I was straight upstairs to take a shower.
And when you came downstairs, what happened?
I saw Brooke standing over his body, drenched in his blood.
But Miss Wyndham didn't have a gun?
No, she'd stashed it by them.
Move to strike that from the record, Your Honor.
Stricken. L mentally
Did you hear the shot fired?
No, I was in the shower.
So at some point in the 20 minutes you were in the shower, your father was shot?
I guess.
Your father was shot while you were in the shower.
Where is she going with this?
Have a little faith. But you didn't hear the shot because you were in the shower.
Yes, I was washing my hair.
Miss Wyndham, can you tell us what you've been doing earlier that day?
I got up, went to Starbucks, went to the gym, got a perm, and came home.
Where you got in the shower?
Yes.
I believe the witness has made it clear that she was in the shower.
Yes, Your Honor. Had you ever gotten a perm before, Miss Wyndham?
Yes.
How many would you say?
2 a year, since I was 12. You do the math.
You know, a girl in my sorority, Tracy Markindo, got a perm once, even though we all told her not to do the curls. Really weren't the right look for her. She didn't have your bone structure. But thankfully, that same day, she entered in the Pi Kappa wet t-shirt contest, where she was completely hosed down from head to toe.
Objection! Why is this relevant?
I have a point, I promise.
Then make it.
Chutney, why is it that Tracy Marquinto's curls were ruined when she got hosed down?
Because they got wet?
That's right. Because isn't it the first cardinal rule of perm maintenance that you are forbidden to wet your hair for at least 24 hours after getting a perm at the risk of deactivating the ammonium thiolate?
Yes.
And wouldn't someone who's had 30 perms throughout her life be well aware of this rule? And if you, in fact, were not washing your hair, as I suspect you were not because your curls are still intact, wouldn't you have heard the gunshot? And if, in fact, you heard the gunshot, then Brooke Wyndham wouldn't have had time to hide the gun before you got downstairs, which would mean that you would have had to have found Mrs. Wyndham with the gun in her hand to make your story sound plausible. Isn't this right?
She's younger than I am. Did she tell you that? How would you feel if your father married someone younger than you?
You, however, had time to hide the gun, didn't you, Chutney, after you shot your father?
I didn't mean to shoot him. I meant to shoot you.
I knew it! Oh no, where did all the witnesses go?
Watch it. That should be a blooper.
Am I in it now, Katie? Yeah, okay.
That's Elle's face.
Before Stephanie brutally murdered her.
It happens.
First, Your Honor, I'd like to point out that not only is there no proof in this case, but there is a complete lack of mens rea, which by definition tells us that there is no crime without a vicious will.
I am aware of the meaning of mens rea, but I am unaware of